At the origin of all things, there was the Word. Not the action, not the exertion, not the checklist of tasks, the Word itself. Prior to your first movement, before your hands learned to hold, before your thinking was trained into patterns and procedures, you possessed a voice. And that voice was sacred in origin. You entered life as royalty, but were conditioned to live like a pauper, endowed with the creative authority of heaven's own breath, yet instructed to murmur your aspirations as if pleading through bars. You were taught that prosperity is a harsh ascent, requiring blistered effort rather than a flowing river summoned by the resonance of your voice. Dear one, have you forgotten? The word is more than vibration, it carries decree. The mouth was not designed for supplication. It was given for authoritative proclamation. When a sovereign issues words, the entire realm responds. You are that sovereign one. Yet another narrative was handed to you, a heavier, dimmer script. You were instructed to be realistic, to work hard, to earn your worth. You witnessed caregivers tally money with anxious glances. You heard educators declare, money doesn't grow on trees, unaware that the tree of life resides within you, and its fruit responds solely to your faith. Let us draw back the covering. Let us go back to Eden, not as banished wanderers pleading for re-entry, but as legitimate heirs repossessing the garden that is ours. Understand, money is not a ruler over you. It is not some distant power dictating your outcomes. It is not a wrathful deity demanding offerings. Money serves spirit. It is energetic, reactive, and reflective, an echo of inner stance. And it follows the voice that speaks to it with true recognition. When you declare, I don't have enough, you are not merely describing a fact. You are delivering a directive. The unseen realm bends to execute that order. When you say, I can't afford it, the currents bear that statement throughout creation, and the world returns the reply as you wish. Yet what unfolds when you speak from remembrance, when your tone carries assurance rather than lack? Then seeming mountains shift. Then closed doors yield and open. Then provision streams forth, not as a result of pursuit, but because you summoned it. As Jesus addressed the tempest and the sea obeyed, as Moses touched the rock and water complied, so also may you speak, whereupon money responds not from dread, but from acknowledging your authority. Money is not your adversary. It stands in readiness for your signal. It awaits not primarily your labor, but your word. Thus I ask, do you recall? Do you remember the innate power with which you arrived? Do you recall believing in wonder before skepticism was taught? Do you remember the first instance you voiced a desire aloud, and it manifested? That outcome was not accidental. That was command in action. Your inner child recognized this intuitively before anyone called it luck, before anyone insisted that life doesn't work that way. Yet life indeed operates thus, for existence itself was spoken into being, and your wealth is likewise spoken into form. Not through worry, not through pleading, not through constant justification. Rather, through divine authority. Speak the following aloud, even if your voice shakes. My word is divine command. I speak, and it is done. Notice the environment reconfigure when expression arises from faith rather than fear. The universe heeds not anxiety, but conviction. Money attends not to your time spent, but to the tenor of your voice. Your silence has lingered too long. You have offered prayers like timid apologies. But now, you shall speak as the Creator speaks, with love, with lucidity, with power. Let the following stand as your initial decree. I am no longer subject to lack. I command wealth, and wealth comes. Allow your very cells to register it. Permit your heart to recall. Let your voice reclaim its strength, not as clamor, but as heaven's tuning fork. Do not speak to rationalize, speak to generate reality. Proclaim this truth until even the walls vibrate in acknowledgement. Money is my servant. I am not its slave. Not due to volume, but because inner alignment is required. And alignment outvoices shouting. Alignment is thunder contained within quiet. You are not beginning anew. You are returning to the source. In the beginning was the Word, and in this renewed beginning, your word comes back to your hand like a blade you had forgotten was yours. Claim it, employ it, and speak. I reclaim my divine voice. Pronounce it now. Repeat it. Write it. Let the very atmosphere bear witness. And if your spirit recalls, if your heart kindles like embers catching fire, then pass this along. Not on my behalf, but for you and for those still trapped in the scarcity script, for the one whose crown remains hidden beneath shame. Let them encounter your voice. Let them experience your remembering. Comment with the affirmation, I reclaim my divine voice. Share this if your spirit recognizes your true identity. A quiet form of suffering moves through the world, seldom labeled, yet profoundly experienced. It is the soul's ache after great labor and persistent struggle. It is the tired exhale of the person who rises early, labors diligently, pours out entirely, yet finds abundance more like a remote pledge than a present state. You may recognize this ache, bearing it in silence through extended seasons of effort. You may have wept in the night, asking, what else is required of me? Consider this wealth was never designed to arise from labor alone. You are not fashioned to deplete yourself for each measure of supply. That pattern is not divine order. It is human-constructed bondage. You did not enter a cosmos defined by mere exchange. You entered a kingdom governed by command. Observe creation. The most fertile earth is not produced by human tilling. Birds are sustained without punch clocks. The sun does not strive to emit light. It rises because rising is its nature. Why then accept the belief that money must arrive solely through strain? That belief is an old doctrine, an inherited equation, that effort alone determines worth, that sweat is the sole cost of prosperity. Yet, beloved, such belief is a confinement. For if wealth responds only to labor, your provision becomes limited by your available hours, your strength, and the constraints of an aging body. That is not how spirit operates. Spirit moves unimpeded. Divine provision is inexhaustible, responding not to muscle, but to the mouth, not to toil, but to principle and decree. And that governing law is voice. Do not misread this. Action has dignity, yet action must emerge from alignment rather than anxiety. Your work should be the overflow of inner authority, not a replacement for it. What benefit is there in effort if the ground itself is under a blight? What is the gain of exertion if the field stands barren? Contemporary culture idolizes effort while the spiritual order responds to voice. Allow me to illustrate with a story. A man named Eli labored relentlessly 12-hour days and beyond. He cared for his household, settled every obligation, and tithed weekly. Yet his money never remained. It dissipated like fog, despite all his striving. One day, he approached me in desperation. "I've done everything right," he said. "Why am I still living paycheck to paycheck?" I met his gaze and asked, "What do you speak over your finances?" He paused, blinking. I don't understand. I pressed gently. When you discuss money, what words do you use? He reflected and then answered. I usually say, it's hard. There's never enough. We're just trying to survive. There lay the issue. The work of his hands carried blessing, yet the speech of his mouth was placing a curse upon his field. He sowed good seed while declaring scarcity upon it. I offered a single directive: speak abundance, even when it feels untrue, even if your bank balance resists. And he obeyed. Each morning, he began with the following declarations. Money flows easily and abundantly to me. I am divinely supplied. Wealth obeys my voice. He voiced them aloud, sometimes with vibrant faith, at other times simply with steadfast consistency. Within 3 months, unforeseen openings appeared. A long-stalled business arrangement revived a distant relative, extended an investment chance, and an overlooked debt was released. Most crucially, inner peace returned to his being, because he ceased pursuing money and began commanding it. And money, like all spiritual substance, responds to alignment. Allow me to pose a question to you. Now, have you ever sensed that despite strenuous effort, you are making no real progress? As though the more you pour out, the less seems to return to you. That feeling is not slothfulness. It is a signal, anointed guidance, inviting you to stop for a moment, reassess, and change direction. You are never designed to labor under a curse. You are intended to issue decrees from a place of sovereignty. Attend once more to the scriptural witness, you shall decree a thing, and it shall be established for you. It does not declare you shall work a thing. It does not proclaim you shall earn a thing. What it states is, you shall decree. Do you perceive it now? The decree functions as the doorway. The voice serves as the carrier that brings it through. Money is not deaf. It attends carefully to tonal quality and inner resonance. A soft murmur born of faith resounds beyond a shout of terror. A composed command outweighs even the most boisterous grievance. Therefore, if your hands are weary, allow them to rest, and permit your voice to ascend in authority. Make your initial work the shaping of your language. Let your earliest effort be inner alignment with truth. Let the first step in building wealth be to open your mouth and declare, money is drawn to me. I am the voice it obeys. I do not chase, I call. Notice how outdated beliefs begin to tremble and loosen their grip. Sense your chest broaden as your innate authority returns to conscious memory. This is not performance or make-believe. It is a homecoming to what has always been yours. It is a return to ancient truth. The word precedes the world. The unseen governs the seen. And money is not your master, but a reflective surface revealing you. It mirrors your convictions, resonates with your frequency, and echoes your articulated declarations. Thus, if your finances fluctuate, inquire, is your voice steady and consistent? If your money feels disordered, ask yourself, are your declarations unambiguous and precise? If income repeatedly stalls, reflect, does your speech align with expansion, or is it continually rehearsing scarcity? Beginning today, you start anew, not with tools of toil, but with a crafted sentence. Not through depletion, but through embodied certainty. Speak the following with me now. I release the lie that labor alone creates wealth. I accept the truth that my voice is the engine of prosperity. I speak and money obeys. At first, it may feel unfamiliar. Your intellect might object, and your conditioning may push back. Yet the soul carries the memory of this reality, and your soul will prevail provided you continue speaking with fidelity. Speak in the dark, speak in fear, and speak even when there is no visible indication. Because the word invariably comes before manifestation. The directive arrives prior to the proof. You are not merely making a request. You are not simply wishing. You are issuing command. And money will comply not out of affection, but because it is obligated to obey a voice resonating with divine certainty. Therefore, speak now, not out of doubt, but from sovereign dominion. I am a divine commander of wealth. My voice opens the storehouses of heaven. So be it, let this stand established, and let the beginning of this reality start within you. If these words have awakened something primordial within you, if your soul affirms in silent recognition, then reveal your journey. Have you experienced seasons of grinding effort that yielded almost no forward movement? Share your testimony in the space below. Allow your voice to become the pathway for another person's breakthrough. There exists a sound capable of opening doors that the eye cannot see. It is neither a shout nor a scream. Rather, it is a tone so attuned to divine certainty that the vaults of heaven open at its approach. This sound is defined not by loudness, but by vibration. It is not forcefulness. It is rightful authority. It is the resonance of someone who truly knows. Picture a tuning fork struck with exactness. It sings into the quiet, and everything nearby begins to vibrate in harmony. That is how reality reacts when your voice bears the right tone, not mere words, but words clothed in inner alignment. Many utter the right phrases, yet their tone reveals misalignment. They proclaim money flows to me while their voice quivers with uncertainty. They announce I am abundant, yet the echo beneath says I hope this works. The universe responds less to the script and more to the sound carrying it, because tone exposes the truth within. Consider the account of Layla. She was a gifted, spiritually grounded, and sincere woman. She recited affirmations each morning, yet her finances stayed unchanged. She spoke all the right lines: I am worthy. I receive wealth. I call in overflow. Still, nothing shifted. Then one morning, after one more decline charge and another tense call, she faced herself in the mirror. And something in her broke open. Tears flowed not from defeat, but from a deeper place. Something ancient in her had finally grown weary of pretense. From that depth, not desperation, but decision, she spoke 5 words: enough. I command overflow now. And her tone transformed. It was not dramatic, nor overly courteous, nor aimed at impressing heaven. It was steady, grounded, and sovereign. It felt as though her soul entered the room and declared, "We will not beg anymore." Something shifted in the unseen. Within that same week, 3 clients who had disappeared months prior reappeared. An unanticipated inheritance emerged, and she found herself laughing not from the absence of challenges, but because she recognized that her voice had changed and reality was aligning to it. Here, this authority need not be loud. It is aligned. A quiet whisper filled with conviction shakes more ground than a shout fueled by doubt. Recall Jesus stilling the storm, not with panic or strain, but with serene certainty. Peace. Be still. And the winds complied, because the command resonated with the authority of the kingdom. Vaults open not through pleading, but through becoming who you are, not through loudness, but through aligned vibration. Your vibrational state always outspeaks your vocabulary. When you say, I receive, yet carry fear, the vault remains shut. When you say, I command, but question your worth, the gates pause. But when your tone arises from knowing deep embodied knowing doors, swing open even before you knock. Let us test this within your own body. Close your eyes now and speak aloud. Money, I command you to flow now. Then listen not merely to the phrase, but to your tone. Did you sense resonance, or did you detect resistance? Did it ring as truth or whisper like a mere wish? This is not offered to shame you. It is meant to awaken you. You are not mistaken. You are in the process of remembering. Your tone discloses where you stand in consciousness. It shows whether you stand in fear or faith, in reactivity or in rulership. And the vaults of heaven are in truth activated by voice. Yet they open not through rote repetition, but through genuine revelation. When your tone changes, the entire tone of your life changes. The people you draw in change. The opportunities arriving shift. The very atmosphere around you begins to echo your internal sound. Speak this with me now, unhurried, intentional, and with growing assurance. I do not chase money. I summon it. I do not wait for wealth. I speak as if it is here. I align my tone with truth, and truth responds. Let these sentences roll through you like thunder, not for their novelty, but because they are ancient. They echo your divine origin. You are fashioned in the likeness of a God who spoke worlds into existence, not assembled, not brainstormed, spoken into being. Therefore, you must speak as well. Let alignment begin at the root level, your tone. Allow every cell to carry the frequency of wealth, not as a mere wish, but as a wave already breaking toward you. The vault does not yield to panic. It opens in the presence of steady being. It does not respond to frantic trying. It bows before truth. It is unbothered by silence, yet it will not move in response to doubt. Therefore, shift your tone, and the world will reconfigure alongside it. Try once more, anchored in deeper knowing money. I command you to flow now. Speak it from the marrow of your being. Let it ascend from the throne within. And when it clicks, when the tone settles, when it ceases to feel like pretense and becomes prophecy, you will recognize the vault has received your command, and it is opening. Allow others to hear you as well. Speak this affirmation with authority, money. I command you to flow now. How did it register within you? Share your experience in the comments. Your tone may be the key to unlocking another's vault. Prior to reclaiming command, there existed conditioning. Before authority could emerge, apology and appeasement stood in its place. Before your voice learned to summon abundance, it was coached to pursue mere scraps. Understand, beloved, you arrived in a world bearing a script authored by fear, rehearsed by your forebears, and transmitted as though it were sacred law. It carried a noble ring. It seemed prudent. It even appeared responsible. Yet it was none of these in truth. It was survival strategy. Survival disguised as truth. It asserted money is hard to get. It insisted, you have to work twice as hard to have half as much. It concluded, if you're lucky, you'll retire in comfort. These lines were whispered in classrooms. They echoed in the quiet at dinner tables. They resounded from pulpits, politics, and the strained smiles of weary parents. You were not the author of this script, yet you lived by it. You committed its lines to memory because challenging them felt like disloyalty. You repeated them because communal agreement seemed unanimous. Consequently, your once regal, radiant voice grew cautious about asking for too much, careful not to outshine expectations, careful to avoid believing that ease might be sacred. Let us return not to reenact hurt, but to reclaim power. Close your eyes, breathe deeply. Recall the first desire you voiced and were told it was too expensive. Remember the shame, the shrinking within, and the silence that consumed your desire. Who first taught you that desiring was wrong? Who convinced you that abundance is selfish? Whose voice did you adopt as your internal authority? There was a moment, perhaps slight, perhaps forgotten, when your divine command was disrupted. You began, "I want," and someone replied, "We can't afford it." You declared, "One day I'll be rich," and someone laughed, "Be realistic." You proclaimed, "I'm going to have it all," and someone cautioned, "Don't get your hopes up." And so, you restrained your hope. You lowered your expectations to align with their fear. You dimmed your light to fit within their shadow. You revised your destiny to mirror their disappointment. But that ends now, because now you see it plainly. You recognize the script was never yours to begin with. It was inherited like ill-fitting worn shoes that chafed the spirit. And now, we consign it to the fire. Let us recite the old lines aloud, not to energize them, but to expel them. Speak this money doesn't grow on trees. Now pause and breathe. Sense the resonance of that phrase. Ask, does this belief truly belong to you? Or was it planted in your inner garden by someone who never witnessed the orchard? Now say the next one, "I can't afford that." Where did those words first reach your ears? How old were you then? And consider this one. People like us don't get rich. What image appears when you utter it? Whose voice and truth are you echoing? Now, let us compose a new text. Permit your soul to draft a new covenant. Money grows wherever I plant intention. If I desire it, I can afford it by divine right. I am the beginning of a wealthy bloodline. Speak these not as fantasies, but as established facts. For the old script drew power solely from your agreement, and you blessed one no longer consent to lack. You are dissolving the contract. You are ripping the page out. You are returning the script to its sender labeled, "No longer in alignment." Return to source. Let us proceed even deeper. Envision yourself as a child, innocent, luminous, potent. You run to your caregiver and exclaim, "I want to be rich when I grow up." Yet rather than celebrating with you, they respond with frowns and disapproval. In place of an affirming yes, what reaches your ears is, "Well, don't expect too much." In that instant, a hairline crack appeared within you. The fracture did not split your desire. It split your voice. You started tucking your dreams inside humor, disguising them as jokes. You reduced your wants to secretive whispers shared only in hush. You exchanged the authority of divine command for tentative conditional hope. With each repetition of their script, those words burrowed deeper, growing roots in you. But now, you reach in and pull the old script up from the soil, uprooted entirely, root, stem, and seed. Because you finally see the truth clearly, endless hustle is not the same as holiness. Living in scarcity does not equal being safe, and postponement is not a mark of the divine. You are counseled repeatedly to be patient, yet the soul's nature is not to wait, but to will and to intend. You are instructed to earn your place, though the kingdom operates by inheritance, not by earnings. You are told you must pay your dues, while God affirms all that I have is yours. Therefore declare the following with precision and with fire in your tone. I renounce the old script. I break every agreement with hustle, scarcity, and delay. My wealth is not coming someday, it is summoned now. Notice your spine lengthen and align as these words leave your mouth. Sense your chest expand, not from arrogance, but from inner alignment and truth. This is not an act of rebellion. It is a sacred return to origin. You are not turning into something foreign. You are remembering the self you have always been, and your essence is not that of a mere hustler. You are a high priest overseeing provision and supply. You are a sovereign one who dispatches sacred commands with authority. You are the person whose spoken word crystallizes as wealth. Therefore, write this down now and set it in stone. Inscribe it on paper, imprint it in spirit, seal it in blood if you must. I reject the scarcity I was taught. I rewrite my reality with divine speech. I no longer hustle for what my voice can summon. Repeat it until even your bones acknowledge it as truth. Keep speaking until your ancestors rejoice and bear witness. Declare it until the spell itself snaps and dissolves. Because indeed, what bound you was a kind of spell. A spell woven by spoken words and sealed by repeated rehearsal. Yet no enchantment can surpass the power of spoken truth. And you, beloved, are truth given a voice and a body. So let that truth rise and take the air. Allow the old scripts to burn away before the heat of your authority. And as the ashes drift down, issue your first authentic command. I am free. I am supplied. I am sovereign. Now take a deep, steady breath and start moving in this new way. Take one scarcity phrase you were taught and rewrite it as a divine decree. Share it publicly, post it in the comments, and help break the spell for another soul. There exist laws that surpass even gravity and authority, principles more ancient than any government or institution, statutes more powerful than changing circumstances. These laws yield neither to economic tides nor to political shifts. They remain unmoved by credit scores or financial ratings. They respond to a single determinant, your word. In the spiritual domain, the source from which all material provision arises, your voice is more than an instrument. It is an act of legislation. Each spoken statement effectively enacts a law. When you declare, I never have enough, you codify scarcity into effect. When you pronounce money comes easily and constantly, you enact a statute of abundance. You are not a supplicant waiting outside the gates of provision. You are the adjudicator, the sovereign, the architect of your financial temple. You do not passively await heaven's shipment of supply. Rather, heaven awaits your decree to release what is stored. Allow me to illustrate with an image. Envision a vast courtroom belonging not to mortals, but to spirit. At its center stands a throne fashioned not from gold, but from pure vibration. You enter not as an accused, but as a sovereign ruler. The messengers of heaven wait in readiness. The treasuries of infinite provision stand open, poised for your word. You stand, you speak, and your spoken words take binding legal form. This is the operational mechanics of spiritual authority. It does not inquire, what do I deserve? It asks, instead, what will I decree? Speak this now as you assume your rightful place in that courtroom. My word is law in the realm of supply. Allow that proclamation to settle into your very bones. Understand, money does not move at the whim of mere wishing. It responds to authoritative word, not to words spoken in anxiety, not to hesitant, uncertain speech, rather to the word released in alignment with divine principle. What constitutes divine principle? It is simple, ancient, and irrevocable in nature. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Speak those things that are not as though they were. You shall decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. These are not poetic aspirations. They are operational protocols. They are spiritual statutes awaiting activation by your spoken word. Allow me to offer a testimony. Marlin. A reserved man in his 60s had lived modestly for decades, believing wealth was for others. One day, he encountered a teaching on divine speech and chose to attempt something radical. Each morning, he faced his bathroom mirror and declared aloud, "I legislate wealth. I command overflow. I rule the realm of supply." Initially, he felt foolish and unqualified, even laughing as he tried to say the phrases. Yet gradually, something within began to shift. He did not raise his voice or resort to theatrics. His tone, however, began to settle into a deeper register. Conviction took root. Within weeks, a neighbor pointed him to a neglected opportunity land he had inherited but never explored. What once seemed worthless had become valuable to a developer. Within 2 months, he received a 6-figure proposal. Marlin did not earn this through heightened effort. He summoned it by command. Because heaven's system does not run on wages, it operates on word. Spirit does not audit your effort, it examines your decree. So let me ask, what laws have your lips been enacting? Do you find yourself saying expressions such as "I'll always be behind"? "I'm just trying to make ends meet. Money never sticks around." If so, you are legislating lack, regardless of how intensely you hustle. It is time to revise your legal code. From this point forward, speak as one who governs. As a ruler who drafts the financial future with the tongue. Let us commence this together. Speak aloud, "I now issue new laws in the realm of supply. Money is commanded by my voice, not my sweat. Abundance obeys me because I speak as divine lawmaker." Allow these to function as more than affirmations. Regard them as verdicts rendered. Let them be sentences issued from the highest court, your awakened consciousness. Grasp this: the spiritual economy of wealth is not casual or haphazard. It is precise in operation. It is juridical, law-governed, and it is sacred. Your voice bears the signature that authenticates and activates it. Hence, Florence Scovel Shinn instructed us not merely to ask, but to declare. She never advised, "Hopefully things will work out." She asserted, "There is no loss in divine mind, and therefore I cannot lose." She did not offer suggestions, she issued proclamations. Because proclamation is the native language of spiritual rulers. Now pause and take a breath. Rest your hand upon your heart. Speak the following with calm stillness and resolute force. My word is law. Money obeys me. Register how that feels within you. Sense it not only in thought, but in vibrational being. Speak it once more. My word is law. Money obeys me. And again, such that both heaven and atoms respond in concert. My word is law. Money obeys me. This is the method by which you compose a new wealth narrative, not primarily with spreadsheets, but with sentences of power, not through toil, but through law. From this moment on, let every money-related word you speak honor this law. Voice only what you desire to see codified. Declare solely what you intend to be demonstrated. Command only that which you are prepared to receive. You are not present to make pleas. You are here to decree. Therefore, rise into your authority, stand firmly in your appointed station, and speak forth the wealth you wish to witness. Say aloud, my word is law. Money obeys me. If you sense the shift type, it is done below. There exists a threshold unseen by the eye, but traversed within the soul. It marks the sacred crossing from victim to vessel, from seeker to speaker, from beggar to commander. And once you step beyond it, everything shifts. Your bank account alters, your posture aligns, your vibration elevates. Even your spiritual designation changes. Yet before we cross this gate together, let us pause. For what separates the beggar from the commander is neither education, nor hustle, nor approval. It is identity at the core. So long as you self-identify as just getting by, the universe will conspire to validate that belief. If you keep believing wealth is for them, not me, the vault remains shut. While you identify as trying, surviving, or hoping, the throne remains unoccupied. Let us confront the final illusion, the root beneath scarcity, hustle, and delay. Namely, the illusion of unworthiness. This deception is ancient and wears many masks. Who am I to have that much? People like me don't live that life. If I receive, someone else must go without. Do you perceive the pattern? It is the lie that you must earn what is already yours by inheritance. But beloved, inheritance is never earned. It is claimed and received. You are not the one waiting on heaven's timing. Heaven is the one waiting on you. You are never meant to beg for what already bears your name. You are meant to open the gate. In fact, you are the gate itself. The word declares, "Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and the King of glory shall come in." You are the passageway through which wealth enters this world. You are the portal through which abundance becomes manifest. And until you identify as that gate, money cannot flow through you. Let us delve further. Do you recall when you first began to feel less than? Can you remember the first time you desired something great, only to shrink within? Was it the rejection letter, the overdraft notice, or the disapproving stare when you dared to dream? Those were not merely events. They were scripts being written upon you. And those scripts aim to make you forget this truth. You are the appointed master over financial flow. Not a side character in someone else's story. Not a mere employee of fate, but the commander. Allow me to share a story. A woman, Dahlia, tithed faithfully and affirmed abundance daily, yet her income scarcely shifted. One day in prayer, she asked God, "Why is nothing shifting?" And she heard with crystalline clarity, "Because you still see yourself as the outsider." The statement pierced her heart. She recognized that her words affirmed wealth while her identity quietly refused it. She perceived herself as a good person, doing her best, yet never as a commander. From that day, she changed. She ceased treating wealth like a guest requiring permission. She stood instead like a queen in her own court. Her prayers transitioned from pleading to proclamation. Her posture transformed, head-lifted shoulders set back. Her vocabulary evolved no longer, maybe someday, but now as commanded. Within 6 months, she launched a program that generated more than her previous 5 years combined. Not due to increased toil, but because she finally claimed the throne of identity. Now the turn is yours. You must make a definitive choice. Will you remain the beggar at the gate, or will you rise as the gatekeeper of gold? Sense the gravity of this moment. This concerns more than money. It is about memory, remembering truth. It is about returning to who you truly are. You were never inherently small. You were instructed to become small. You were never unworthy by design. You were trained to doubt yourself. You were never meant to earn love, success, or supply. You were meant to embody them as states of being. For a commander does not merely wish for wealth. A commander does not hope to be selected. A commander does not wait for recognition. A commander issues command not from ego, but from essence. A commander speaks as one who knows, I am the gate. I am the voice. I am the vessel through which divine wealth flows. This is not arrogance. It is alignment. You stand above no one else, yet you stand beneath no one either. When you truly recall this, the world reorders itself to mirror your stance. Opportunities that once bypassed you now seek you. Resources that formerly eluded you now collect at your feet. People who once overlooked you now recognize your frequency, because a shift in identity precipitates a shift in reality. Therefore, let us cross this threshold now. Take one last breath in the posture of a beggar. Exhale the old script, each whisper of not enough, each lie of too much to ask, each inherited fear of what if I fail. Then inhale the mantle of the commander. Inhale your crown and authority. Inhale your role as the gatekeeper. And declare with me, I am the gate. I no longer chase. I command. I no longer seek permission. I decree provision. I no longer wait. I reign. Say it again, not to persuade yourself, but to confirm what is true. I am the gate. And if you feel it, if something ancient in you has just risen, type it below. Let heaven and earth register your stance. I am the gate. Allow it to echo through your lineage. Let it rewrite the story of your past. Let it open storehouses that old identities kept sealed. For today, the commander has taken the field, and money, as an obedient servant, bows accordingly. Prior to any mountain shifting, any check arriving, or any door opening, the law of divine agreement must be satisfied. No external manifestation can contravene this sacred inner statute. The inner voice must echo the outer decree. You may declare wealth aloud, yet if doubt sits quietly behind your gaze, with arms crossed, the universe hears that silence more loudly than your words. Spiritual law answers not to volume, but to agreement and integrated covenant, where mind, voice, and spirit align as one seamless chorus of belief. Consider this scenario. You enter a courtroom prepared to assert your right to prosper as plaintiff, claiming a spiritual entitlement to compensation, support, and abundant provision. You address the judge with your decree, I am divinely provided for. Yet across the room, your inner witness, your second self, rises to say, objection, Your Honor. I don't really believe that. Case dismissed. This, beloved, is precisely what occurs whenever we speak without inner accord. The law of divine agreement mandates that the inner testimony harmonize with the external decree. Otherwise, prayer devolves into performance and spiritual power remains waiting untouched and unclaimed. Wealth is not being denied to you. You are being summoned to alignment. Therefore, we begin with the triad, breath, body, and voice. Take a breath with me now, deep, sacred, and complete, not shallow. Inhale, the breath of God enters your temple. Exhale, the breath of fear departs. Allow your shoulders to drop and your chest to open like a gate welcoming truth. Now say, my inner self agrees with my decree. Speak it aloud. Pause. Sense. How did your body respond to that statement? Did your voice quiver, your stomach tighten, or some inner voice whisper? Not really. That response is not failure. It is information indicating where the work must begin. We inhabit a world that normalizes inner contradiction. We speak abundance while contemplating lack, affirm success while predicting failure. Yet spiritual law, like a faithful courier, awaits clear instructions. It cannot deliver to two conflicting addresses. Therefore, the practice commences not with shouting into the void, but with creating inner harmony. Let us revisit the echo metaphor. When you speak into a canyon, your voice returns reflected and steady. Your inner world should emulate this, a chamber of divine echo. I am rich in every way. I am rich in every way. I am rich in every way. If a different echo returns, I hope so. Maybe one day or silence, then the inner chamber needs clearing. How do we do this? First, decelerate. Spirit communicates more readily in silence than noise. Breathe once more. Feel your feet grounded. Now, speak again. I fully agree with my good. I am one with my wealth. Do not hurry this time. Speak slowly, letting the decree rise from your core, not merely your lips. Let your voice set each word like bricks in a temple's foundation. Now reflect what arose within you. This process is not about pretending belief. It is about cultivating it. As singers warm the voice before performing, we warm the spirit before manifestation. We do not decree out of desperation, but from divine agreement. This is not law as punishment. It is law as precise alignment. The universe's waiting for agreement is not cruelty, but mercy. Imagine if every stray or fearful word were fulfilled. Instead, the universe waits for your genuine yes, and once given heaven, hastens to assist. You are not the one waiting on God. God awaits your authentic yes. A real yes embodied in breath, body, and voice. Here is your sacred practice. Stand before a mirror with one hand on your belly and the other on your heart. Look directly into your eyes, not past them. Say, I now align with divine truth. My word is law. My agreement is sealed. I am one with the wealth I speak. Pause and listen not to external noise, but to the inner resonance. Did a clear echo return within, if not repeat, meditatively, not mechanically? You are not rehearsing lines. You are rewiring your being. You are not pretending. You are permitting truth to take residence. You are not begging. You are becoming what you decree. This is the labor of part 2 to bring the inner yes into full accord with the outer decree. To train the voice not merely to speak abundance, but to speak from abundance, an abundance that harbors no doubt. Take one final breath with me now. Inhale, I receive divine certainty. Exhale, I release inner contradiction. Inhale, I welcome the echo of truth. Exhale, I dismiss the objection. Speak again aloud. My inner self agrees with my decree. How did your body respond this time? Pause at this point. Reflect and listen within. Then when ready, move forward. Your voice is more than sound. It is the scepter of spiritual authority. Like any instrument, it requires daily training, tuning, and honoring. Consider, would an Olympic athlete train only when in the mood? Would a concert pianist practice only when inspiration hits? No, they rise in discipline, stretch sweat, and practice, knowing that power flows from consistent devotion rather than sporadic effort. Likewise, the spiritual practitioner must treat the voice as a divine tool, a rod of power, a staff capable of parting the Red Sea of circumstance, not as casual talk. You are not designed to whisper into chaos and merely hope for peace. You are fashioned to command the atmosphere daily, deliberately, and with divine fire. This is the disciplined practice of daily decrees. A daily spoken ritual is not performance, but calibration. As surely as the sun rises and tides respond, your word must rise to signal the universe, I am awake, I am aligned, I am ready to receive. Let us now craft a morning ritual, not for display, but for genuine shift. First, prepare the temple. The temple is not distant. It is your body, your space, your breath, your voice. Rise before the world's noise floods in. In the quiet dawn, light a candle if you choose, or simply sit upright with feet grounded and voice prepared. Now breathe, inhale, divine life enters. Exhale, old beliefs depart. Begin by addressing your spiritual atmosphere directly. Call it by name. Today, I train my atmosphere. Today, my words are divine tools. Now declare your identity. I am the wealth of God in expression. I am the open gate through which abundance flows. I speak and mountains move, for my word is backed by divine authority. Allow your voice to rise with each line. This is not mere reading, this is ruling. Recall that the voice is a muscle strengthened by repetition. Do not be discouraged if your early declarations tremble. That tremor is weakness departing. In time, the quiver will become a quake. Here is a complete morning decree sequence to begin. Speak it daily before sunrise or at the time your spirit is most awake. The daily decree sequence. I arise in divine power. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. I write the script of my wealth. I declare today is filled with favor, opportunity, and supernatural provision. My path is clear. My heart is steady. My supply is sure. All things are working for me now. I receive what is mine without delay, denial, or distraction. Thank you, God, that it is done. Speak these lines aloud, not in a whisper, but with the tone of one who knows. Even if fear trembles within, let the voice instruct the spirit. As a compass needle quivers before settling on true north, your atmosphere will progressively align through repeated decree. Now, let us address consistency. You might ask, I declared yesterday. Why repeat it today? To which I respond, why must the sun rise daily or the heart beat continually? Because life flows, and as dust settles on still water, the world's atmosphere settles on your spirit when left unspoken. Your decree stirs those waters, renews the rhythm, and maintains the flow of truth. Do not wait for desperation to prompt your declarations. Speak because it is law. Speak because it is your right. Speak because silence extracts a cost. Some object. What if I don't feel it today? Here, this feeling follows faith, and faith is first articulated by speech. The mouth moves before the miracle arrives. The decree is the seed from which harvest matures in due time. Now receive this truth. Every spoken word becomes a blueprint for your day. Each declaration is a construction order dispatched to the universe's invisible workforce. When you declare, I am divinely provided for, angelic assistance mobilizes. When you say, today is drenched in favor, doors you never touched begin to open. And when you speak, wealth follows me, streams of provision redirect toward you. This constitutes the discipline of decree. It is not rooted in emotion, but in command. It is not mere reaction. It is intentional creation. Therefore, build it into your life. Set aside 5 minutes daily to stand, speak, and align. You may recite the ritual while walking, driving, or showering, but ensure it is spoken aloud. Whisper if necessary, but do not withhold it. Now engage in a brief call and response. Let your voice echo these lines. Even now, I train my tongue for triumph. My voice is a gateway to glory. I set the tone of heaven in my home. I am the decree. I am the divine order. I am the spoken law. Let these become the warm-ups of your spiritual practice. Allow them to rewire your mornings, reset your heart, and rebuild your expectations. For the atmosphere perceives your tone before it beholds your face. And the world responds not to neediness, but to knowing. Therefore, speak as one who knows. And so I ask you now, will you embrace a daily spoken ritual? Comment yes or already doing it below. Then rise tomorrow and speak as the king you truly are. A certain category of speech often evades our conscious notice. It presents as gentle, modest, even pious. It does not shout like fear or grumble like scarcity. Rather, it arrives in softened tones, polite postponements, phrased so mildly they seem harmless. Yet within such phrasing lies the heavy substance of delay. These expressions defer our good. They are not overt maledictions, but they function as agreements, contracts with waiting, with not yet, with someday. And the universe, faithful to law, upholds every contract our mouths articulate. Let us state this plainly. The law of demonstration operates with precision. It attends not only to formal decrees, but also to offhand remarks. The spiritual dimension does not separate intention from articulation. It receives your words as binding ordinances. Thus, when you utter one day, the ministering forces effectively affirm, "So be it then, not today." This constitutes the delay script, the subconscious vocabulary of deferment, and it requires immediate revision. We start by naming the expressions that masquerade as hope, while transmitting postponement phrases such as, "Soon, eventually, I'm getting there one day, and when the time is right." These are not genuine declarations. They are spiritual deferrals in polite attire. Consider a woman who dutifully proclaimed abundance each morning. She recited affirmations, kindled candles, and voiced what she believed was truth. Yet her statement routinely concluded with, "I know it's coming." With every repetition, she subtly shifted her could further into the future. The decree itself was lovely and her belief authentic. Nevertheless, that closing line constituted a contract of delay. To say "I know it's coming" is still to affirm it is not present now. Spiritual law does not distribute benefits to someday. It operates in the immediacy of now. The present moment is the singular locus of power and the exclusive arena of creation. Everything outside of now functions as postponement. Let us therefore probe more deeply. What unfolds when you declare, "One day I'll live in wealth"? Your subconscious, the silent architect of experience, records the premise. Wealth resides at a distance, not here, not now. It then organizes conditions to mirror that premise, constant striving without ever arriving. This outcome is not punitive. It is the precise consequence of alignment. The subconscious functions as a compliant executor, not a critic. It does not inquire, "Is this truly your desire?" It responds as you wish and commences construction accordingly. Therefore, we must serve as deliberate architects of language, scrutinizing each phrase and exposing it to the light of awareness. Among the most hazardous sentences is this, "I'm waiting on God." It carries the tone of devotion and reverence, yet frequently conceals spiritual procrastination. We deploy it to excuse inertia, rationalize fear, and defer obedient action. Hear this plainly. God is neither tardy nor confused, and you have not been forgotten. More often than not, we are not awaiting divine movement. Rather, the divine awaits us, our clarity, our unequivocal yes, and our speech brought into alignment with our desires. Waiting absent clarity degenerates into wasting. Now examine the phrase, "I'm working on it." It seems harmless, yet what does it truly imply? It implies process that evades completion. "I'm working on believing" nonetheless states, "I do not yet believe." "I'm working on becoming wealthy" still communicates, "I am presently not wealthy." Again, the subconscious listens, consents, and manifests realities consistent with that admission. Here is the corrective approach. We do not negate process. Instead, we affirm present tense truth. Replace "I'm working on it" with "I am walking in alignment now." I am becoming because I already am. My good is active, visible, and present. Do you sense the qualitative shift? Rather than bleeding energy toward an undefined someday, you consolidate it into the present. This breath, this body, this utterance. This is the discipline of the conscious speaker. Eliminate neutral language and hazy phrasing. Employ only deliberate declarations that draft unambiguous agreements with the invisible order. Consider another illustrative case. A man once remarked, "I just need more time." I answered, "Not time clarity. Time cannot supply what your word has not authorized. Time does not save, the word does. Time unguided by decree devolves into mere drift. Therefore, we must speak with certainty and precision. We articulate, 'This is my divine moment. I am ready now.' Now is the appointed hour. Pause now. Place a hand upon your chest, breathe deeply, and speak aloud. I cancel every contract of delay. I nullify every vague declaration. I release the spirit of one day. I walk in the fullness of now." Notice the sensation that follows. The resonance in the chest and the warmth in the throat. This marks energetic realignment. You are actively rewriting your life script. From almost to already. From someday to today. From soon to now. Here is your practical exercise. List the phrases you commonly use, especially the safe yet ambiguous ones, and circle those that push your desires into the future. Next, rewrite each one line by line. Let us practice together. Old phrase, "I'll be wealthy one day." Rewrite, "I am wealthy now." I walk in divine provision today. Old phrase, "I'm getting there." Rewrite, "I am there. I am the evidence of abundance unfolding." Old phrase, "When the time is right." Rewrite, "Now is the time. This moment is saturated with divine timing." Old phrase, "Hopefully it'll happen soon." Rewrite, "It is happening now. My good is in motion and manifesting." Each replacement functions as a contract and a declaration, a fresh agreement inscribed in light. Now let us proclaim together, slowly, intentionally. I tear up every delay script. I revoke every verbal contract with not yet. I no longer speak in shadows. I speak in light. I declare the now. I claim the now. I live in the now, and all of heaven responds to my now. Pause again and allow silence to serve as the seal. Silence does not denote absence. It signifies assent. Permit your spirit to echo what your voice has constructed. Do you perceive the shift, the transition from hoping to having, from waiting to walking, from lack to lawful decree? This is your innate power to author the script of your life and erase any line that no longer serves the narrative you choose. Let me reiterate, it's not time yet transforms into now is my divine moment. I invite you now to rewrite one personal phrase of delay. Voice the new decree aloud. Then type it as well, allowing your fingers to affirm what your soul now knows. What was your old phrase? What is your newly forged decree? Share it below so the world may witness your clarity. The script belongs to you to command. Compose it with care, declare it with courage, and embody it now. To truly receive the soul must take on a particular posture. It is not a supplicant's bend, not the outstretched grasp of reaching, not the timid stance of one who knocks and waits. It is the lifted, dignified spine of divine authority, the composed, sovereign stance of command. Far too many earnest seekers continue to request gifts already bestowed. They petition heaven as though heaven were reluctant, pleading with God as if God were withholding. Yet the liberating, incandescent truth is this: there is no need to beg for that which has been yours from the beginning. Your inheritance is not awaiting a signature. It was ratified before your first breath. Wealth, health, peace, and purpose are not trophies to be laboriously earned. They are spiritual entitlements to be claimed, and the dialect they answer to is the language of command. This posture is not conceit. It is alignment and agreement with truth. A servant pleads. A son issues command. Allow that distinction to settle deeply within you. A servant seeks permission, voices requests through fear, and asks, "May I?" But a son aware the house is the Father's and thus his enters, freely opens the refrigerator and eats. This is not entitlement. It is the ease of being at home. You are no outsider to the divine estate, no temporary guest, no tenant leasing a corner of heaven's economy. You are the rightful heir. Scripture has already declared it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Not lend, not lease. Give. Why then do our requests still tremble? Why do we beg for provision that bears our name? Why do our prayers sound like apologies, as if we inconvenience the Almighty? Because religious habit has trained us to feel unworthy, and culture has conditioned us to think power belongs elsewhere, so that perhaps if we behave impeccably and wait endlessly, we might be granted a sliver of light. Spirit counters, take the light. Shine now, speak now, command now. Consider this simple story. A child thirsty at midnight came to her mother. She did not linger timidly at the doorway saying, "Please, may I have water if I am worthy?" No, she stated plainly, "Mom, I need water." And her mother, without rebuke or delay, rose and brought her water. Now imagine the child staying in her room silently praying for water and hoping her mother might intuit the need. Hours pass with no water. Bitterness grows, and she judges her mother unjustly. The mother's response would be, "Why didn't you ask? Spirit speaks likewise even now. Why didn't you speak as one who knows you are not at the mercy of God's shifting moods? You are not appealing to a begrudging provider. You are addressing a spiritual order already calibrated to respond to rightful command. Yet commanding speech can only flow from an identity fully accepted. You cannot issue command while confused about who you are. You cannot command while rooted in fear. You cannot command when clothed in shame. You must rise as the beloved settled in worth. You must speak as one appointed to authority. Open your mouth not to plead, but to proclaim. Let us practice this immediately. Take a deep breath and ground your feet. Sense the throne beneath you. Yes, a throne, not merely a chair or the floor, but the unseen seat of spiritual authority that is rightfully yours. Now speak this. I no longer beg, I command. Speak it once more. Notice your spine reorganize around it. Feel the statement settle into your bones. I no longer beg, I command. Let us proceed further. This is the sound pattern of command. I receive financial overflow now. My divine supply is present and visible. Everything I need is drawn to me by spiritual law. I move in favor. I live in provision. I command the gates of wealth to open. Command contains no doubt, no, maybe no, if no apology. You do not phrase it as, "Please bring abundance if it's okay." You speak abundance come. Nor do you say, "I hope I'm allowed to prosper." You declare, "Prosperity is my nature. I call it forth now." And the universe responds not to volume, but to the certainty in your tone. Command vibrates at a particular frequency, clear, unwavering, unforced, and unapologetic. You are not required to justify desire or perform theatrics to obtain provision. You simply claim what is already yours. Consider a GPS. It never queries your worthiness for the destination. It accepts your directive and immediately begins to guide. Your spoken word serves as that directive. And when your directive is clear, the route opens before you. Now let us dismantle the architecture of supplication. Supplication speaks like this: I hope it's okay to ask for this. Command counters with, I am divinely assigned to this wealth. It's already mine. Supplication continues, maybe I'll get lucky. Command answers, I am the evidence of divine order. Nothing is random. Supplication concedes, I'll take what I can get. Command affirms, I receive in full. Nothing missing, nothing denied. This inner shift is precisely what dissolves delay. It begins the instant you cease asking and start aligning with identity. Understand, asking presumes distance and separation. Command, by contrast, confirms union and rightful authority. When you command, you are not addressing a far-off deity. You are activating the divine law encoded within your being. As a king does not plead with the wind, but raises the standard, and the wind complies, so you must raise your voice in signal and certainty. Speak it now without hesitation. Allow the words to form not only on your lips, but from your belly, your bones, and your deepest memory. I no longer beg, I command. Repeat it again. Speak it on the exhale with breath. Speak it with inner fire and calm authority. This is not hostility or force. This is alignment with your true station. This is not egoic bravado. This is the embodiment of rightful sonship and sovereignty. You are not fashioned to kneel before lack and fear. You are not designed to plead for peace you already carry. You were born to speak with the resonant voice of the eternal within you. You serve as the mouthpiece of divine order on earth. You are the pen with which reality's sentences are written. You are the key that opens the treasury of supply. Therefore, speak now. Declare now. Command the following: I am divinely sourced. I am lavishly provided for. I am the voice of wealth in the world, and spirit responds and moves. Heaven aligns to your decree. Resources gather and arrange themselves around you, not due to pleading, but because your belief spoke with authority. So I ask you, plainly, did this teaching resonate within you? Then affirm it publicly by typing, I no longer beg, I command. Let the world witness the rising of your voice. Let the record show that a sovereign has remembered their crown, and that they now speak as one who truly knows. Everything fashioned under divine law moves by rhythm. Trees mature in cycles. The moon waxes and wanes. The sea, even in calm, remains in motion. This is not disorder or accident. It is circulation, the sacred current that regulates all abundance. To perceive wealth accurately, cease treating it as a static object, a hoard, or a stash to defend. Wealth is not a clutch of ingots to grip. Wealth is a river, a living, moving, circulating current of divine energy. And you, beloved, are designed to dwell in the river's midst, not loitering on its banks, waiting for it to come, nor erecting fear-built dams to control it. You are meant to step in, speaking to it, moving with it, and directing the flow. Yet, what results when our speech carries stagnation? What occurs when our language imitates fear's stillness? The current constricts and stalls. The source has not dried. Source, spirit, divine substance is inexhaustible. Yet when your words declare there's not enough, the channel narrows. When you say, I don't know how the stream diverts. When you say, I can't afford, the river reroutes away. This is not retribution. It is principle in action. Your words construct the riverbanks through which wealth travels. Let us examine the contrast between a pond and a river. A pond is motionless, closed, and stagnant. It gathers but fails to circulate, and soon it turns stale. Water may be present, yet absent movement, it becomes unwholesome. This is wealth when hoarded energy, when feared opportunity, when claimed with mine, not yours, they stagnate and sour. A river, by contrast, is vibrantly alive. It receives and it releases. It touches stones and nourishes shores along its way. Its nature is generosity, and it does not run dry. Even in giving, it is replenished with more. This exemplifies divine circulation. And what activates this flow is your voice, your spoken command. Allow me to illustrate how. A man once confessed, "I just want to feel safe with money." Yet his tone communicated loudly, "I'm terrified of loss." He saved and budgeted, certainly, but his speech was threaded with fear. Consequently, the stream of supply slowed. He often said, "I can't afford that. It's not a good time. Money doesn't grow on trees." Thus, by his own decrees, his tree ceased to bear fruit. Then he encountered a new truth. Money is movement. His language began to change. He declared, "Every dollar I give returns multiplied." He said, "I am always in flow." He stated, "My wealth is like a river. I don't chase it, I channel it." Slowly but surely the current returned. Opportunities appeared not from added toil, but from transformed language. Your voice is the river's mouth and opening. When you say, "Let it flow," you're not requesting. You are opening gates. Let us practice this immediately. Inhale, take in the breath of divine substance. Exhale, release the damning fear. Again, repeat the cycle. Now speak aloud, I speak flow. I command movement. Say it once more. Allow the rhythm to return to you. Let your words behave like water. Let them wash your life clean, clearing the silt and sediment of scarcity. Here is how a flow-centered declaration sounds. I receive freely and give freely. I am never without because I am always in circulation. My giving opens gates. My receiving multiplies. Money comes to me in rivers, not drops. Everything I touch flows with favor. Now pause. Allow those words to settle in. Let them soak into the soil of your soul. This is not mere poetry. It is spiritual engineering. You are rerouting the stream beds of supply. You are widening the channel of reception. You are providing invisible wealth substance a defined path to follow. Now visualize with me. Close your eyes if you're able. Envision a dry land, cracked, dusty, parched. This landscape represents your old belief, the realm of not enough. Now picture a small stream beginning to move. It winds across the field. You say, "Let it flow." The stream widens. You speak again, "Let it circulate." Suddenly the ground drinks, trees bloom, flowers awaken. You speak again, "I release, I receive, I rise." And now it becomes a river, clear, powerful, moving. This is your new atmosphere and environment. This is your new decree. Wealth is not warehoused, it is summoned and sent onward. Every word you utter functions either as a dam or as a door. Which one are you building? Here's how to discern it. Do you often say, "I'm just trying to hold on to what I have"? Or do you say, "I trust divine circulation"? More always comes. Do you say, "I need to save because I'm scared"? Or I save with peace. I give with joy. I spend with wisdom. The tone reveals the truth beneath the words. Therefore speak now, free of fear, aligned with flow. I trust the river. I am the river. I move in the current of divine abundance. Repeat it again, not for performance's sake, for alignment. Now let us dismantle dam-building language. Old phrase, "I need to hold on to this just in case." Rewrite, "What I release returns tenfold." I am always provided for. Old phrase, "I can't afford that." Rewrite, "I choose how I circulate my wealth." Abundance is always available. Old phrase, "I'm broke right now." Rewrite, "I am between flows, but the current is always moving toward me." See the difference. The life circumstance may look similar, but with new language outcomes transform. Let us craft a vocabulary rooted in flow. Speak the following aloud: I am a master of divine circulation. My voice opens the gates of provision. I give with joy and receive with ease. I live in movement. I live in rhythm. I live in flow. And now issue a final command: let it circulate. Allow that phrase to be your declaration throughout today. When you pay a bill, say it. When you give to a friend, say it. When unexpected money arrives, say it. Treat every transaction as holy. Let every exchange become ritual. Let every dollar carry your decree along its path. Let it circulate. You are not grasping to get wealth. You are commanding circulation to continue through you. You are not desperate or depleted. You are aligned with law and flow. You are not small or sidelined. You are a riverbed carved by divine intention, and your voice, the sound of your spirit, serves as the current that animates it all. I leave you with this commissioning. Declare, I speak flow. I command movement. Type, let it circulate if this truth resonates. Let your words ride the river you have opened. Let them echo through every facet of your life. Because now, beloved, now, the river is unmistakably flowing. Within you resides a sound, not mere whisper or stray thought, but a tone of vibration, a spiritual resonance which, when activated, shifts atmospheres, breaks inertia, summons provision, and aligns the visible with the invisible. It is not only your vocabulary, but your delivery, the tone, the breath, the embodied posture, the energy that bears your voice through the unseen like a trumpet of authority. This is the anointed voice. To activate this anointed voice, you cannot speak solely from the throat, mind, or heart. You must speak from your core, aligned, embodied, and undivided. Your tone is either ordinary or consecrated. Your breath is either casual or commissioned for purpose. Your voice is either guessing or governing. When breath, tone, and body unify under your spirit's power, your declarations stop bouncing off walls and start building them. Let me guide you into a vision. You stand before the entrance of a vast temple. The doors are ancient and heavy. They answer neither keys nor hands, they respond to tone. You speak with weakness, nothing shifts. You whisper a wish, yet the doors remain shut. Then you recall these doors are coded to recognize authoritative voice. You draw a deep breath. You settle into your spine, your center, your inner knowing, and you declare, not from strain, but from embodied authority, open, and they open. Such is the potency of an anointed tone. It neither begs nor relies on repetition. It issues a single command, and heaven attends. Now let us prepare the inner temple. Your body is that temple. Before a temple can resound with truth, it must be prepared, anointed. Close your eyes if you can. Place one hand on your lower belly and the other on your chest. Inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Sense the vibration settling into your body. Now repeat. This time, as you inhale, affirm inwardly, I receive the breath of spirit. As you exhale, affirm, I release the residue of fear. Again, repeat the cycle. Now speak aloud gently, my voice is anointed. My words are law. Pause. Feel the resonance moving within. This concerns vibration, not volume. Even a softly spoken word, if aligned, can shake mountains. Let us now bring the voice into alignment. Step 1. Posture. Stand or sit with a tall spine, not rigid, but dignified. Let the crown of your head rise as if a golden thread were drawing you upward. Keep the chest open, poised, not puffed. Keep the belly relaxed. your power resides here. Step 2. Breath. Breathe not merely for survival, but to voice the breath of God. Inhale deeply, letting the belly expand. Exhale fully and release the old thoughts. Step 3. Tone. Your tone is a temple bell summoning angels. It is the vibration that ferries your decree into reality's fabric. Speak now. I speak from alignment. I speak from authority. I speak from the sanctuary within. Now declare this brief decree with power. Less volume, more presence. Wealth comes now. Did your voice tremble or feel distant? Try once more. This time, let it rise from the belly, not merely the mouth. Wealth comes now, again. I am divinely provided for. You are not simply reading. You are reigning. You are not performing. You are proclaiming. Let us sink deeper still. Visualize anointed oil, thick, golden, radiant, being poured over your crown. It flows down scalp, neck, and shoulders. It sheaths your vocal cords in divine light. It slides into chest, belly, and hips. You are not merely a person uttering words. You are a divine instrument tuned to heaven's pitch. You are the very trumpet that announces abundance. You are the living embodiment of decree word translated into flesh and motion. Speak this immediately without hesitation. I am anointed to speak wealth. My voice carries the power of divine truth. I speak and doors open. I command and rivers flow. I am the voice of God in motion. Allow that declaration to sink in and settle throughout your being. Claim this as your new tonal quality, the baseline resonance you carry. Recognize this as your renewed atmosphere, the field that surrounds and supports you. Let us proceed with a brief activation practice to charge your decree. Repeat each line after me, unhurried, articulate, and with your entire body engaged and present. I inhale divine life. I exhale resistance. My spine is the staff of Moses. My breath is the wind of spirit. My voice is a vessel of creation. I speak and the heavens respond. Now proclaim with assurance, my voice is activated. Repeat that same decree once more. My voice is activated. And a third time, richer, deeper, with fuller presence. My voice is activated. Pause here, be still and attentive. Rest both hands gently upon your throat, the gateway of your voice. In a soft whisper, speak this concluding vow with sincere intent. I will not use my voice to speak against myself ever again. I will not use my breath to summon delay. I will not speak lack in the tone of fear. I will speak with the anointed voice. I will decree, not doubt. I will speak, not stutter. I will declare, and it shall be so. Take a deep, intentional breath. Permit silence to close, seal, and sanctify the vow you just made. Now rise, beloved, come up in stature and spirit. Lift your posture, stand, or sit crowned, aligned, and tall. Elevate your breath, steady, expansive, commanding. Raise your tone, anchored, consecrated, unwavering. From your inner sanctuary of power voice, your wealth with rightful authority. You are not here to master petition. You are here to master activation, turning truth on with speech. This is sacred discipline, a holy daily craft. This is decree brought to completion, word, will, and body unified. I leave you with this charge and practice speaking with the anointed tone. Record your wealth decrees aloud. Publicly affirm by writing, voice activated. Let your resonance be heard. Allow your frequency to carry into the world. Let the heavenly realm register the vibration you emit. Let your inner temple resound like a bell with undiluted truth. For your voice has shifted out of the ordinary, no longer common or casual. It is set apart, consecrated for divine purpose. It carries command, decisive, steady, and sure. It is anointed, oiled with authority, and charged with power. The wind may roar, clouds may gather into darkness, waters may surge, but even so, the word remains steadfast, unmoved, and intact. When tempests arrive, as they inevitably do, many seek safety by muting themselves, retracting their decree, hoping that quiet will calm the seas. The wise recognize otherwise. The word is not a timid whisper that recedes. It is a spoken stronghold, a citadel of sound, a fire that blazes higher precisely when the wind intensifies. Faith does not require stormless skies. Faith is the steadying of your tone right in the heart of the storm. Consider this account. A woman decreed a financial breakthrough. She spoke with courage. My wealth is swift. My increase is inevitable. Money is now rushing to me in rivers of divine supply. She inscribed these words, embodied them in movement, and held them in unwavering belief. Soon after, complications surged. A car failure reduced work hours, and an unforeseen medical bill arriving like a midnight intruder. The former script would have sneered, "Look, it failed." The old inner voice would have quivered, "I must be at fault." Yet she remembered this was not a finale, but a proving. Not collapse, but a challenge to her decree, a storm that demanded she hold tone. Thus she remained in her car, physically weary, yet spiritually ignited, and proclaimed more resoundingly than ever, "Nothing has power over my wealth. This storm is a mirage. My voice parts seas, my tone commands calm. I decree all is working together for my sudden, stunning supply. Even now it flows." In that instant, her tone crystallized. Her utterances turned into instruments of power. The storm designed to undo her became instead the platform for demonstration and breakthrough. 48 hours later, a former client reappeared with a surprising offer. A friend, unsolicited, paid the bill. The employer, who had trimmed her hours, presented a better paid role within days. The tempest failed to mute her. Her tone endured and prevailed. Beloved, receive this clearly. Your decree is not a charm to summon sunny weather. It is a blade forged for stormy conditions. The word is not mere comfort cloth. It is a summons to stand up taller precisely when the winds howl. If you now tread hardship waves high night, extended, do not discard your decree or loosen your tone. This is the time to anchor it more deeply than before. Speak with me now, breathing courage into every word. I hold the tone. In challenge, I rise. My word is my world, and I do not bow. I declare increase in the midst of decrease. I command supply in the middle of delay. I am the calm in the storm. I am the decree in the wind. Breathe deeply, inhale steadiness, exhale fear. Sense strength gather at your core. Notice the storm's hold weaken not due to its ceasing, but because you refused to surrender your tone. For each incoming wave, a stronger word resides within. Every external loss invites an internal proclamation. Miracles unfold not because storms vanish, but because you dare to speak straight through their noise. Your voice is the vessel that carries you. Your decree is the sail that captures divine wind. When Peter stepped from the boat toward Jesus, calm waters did not sustain him. Focus and faith did, anchored by a single spoken word, "Come." Yet when his attention shifted to the wind, he started to sink, not due to the storm's superiority, but because his inner tone faltered. You likewise are treading the impossible, walking on the word itself. Fix your gaze on your decree. Measure not by conditions, but by command. Declare once more with steadiness, "I do not look at the winds of the world. I fix my gaze on the divine. I move by decree, not delay. I walk on word, and I will not sink. I hold the tone through every storm. Allow these phrases to kindle within like consecrated flame. Let them dislodge the old fear coiled in your gut. Permit the decree to repattern your being. You are not small, not brittle, not overlooked. You are thunder amid tempest. You are the consistent voice inside turbulence. You are the keeper of the tone that outlasts everything. Holding tone is not flawlessness, it is faithful persistence. It is the practice of returning to the word, repeatedly speaking into darkness until light answers back. Therefore, if the waves swell, elevate your decree above them. If the winds shriek, let your faith ring louder still. The word was not handed to you for whispering, it was entrusted to you for wielding. Join me in speaking right now. Storms come, but they do not stay. I am eternal. I am anchored. I am supplied. I speak not from fear, but from knowing. My decree does not waver. My supply does not run dry. My abundance is uninterrupted. I hold the tone, and so it stands established and affirmed. Let this discipline become your habit. Revisit it whenever winds escalate. Allow the cadence of your decree to synchronize with your pulse, with your breath, with the way you hold yourself. Do not wait passively for peace, you speak it into being. Do not merely hope for abundance, you declare it into form. Even within uncertainty, storms bend before a steadfast tone, and that tone belongs to you. If you have spoken abundance while battered by wind, if you maintain tone, though conditions raged, affirm it now by typing, I hold the tone. Let your faith be visible to the world, and let the heavens resound with the echo of your decree. Many carry a subtle, unspoken fear, the uneasy belief that having too much is dangerous, improper, or unsafe. It murmurs beneath our prayers, disguising itself as humility and simplicity, wearing the costume of virtue while secretly pilfering your rightful spiritual inheritance. Have you noticed that shadow within yourself, that quick recoil when provision arrives fast? The reflex to minimize when blessings spill over? The inner voice questioning, who am I to possess all this? That impulse is not holiness. It is conditioning old programming masquerading as piety. And today, we shatter that program at its root. You were never designed to live at the bottom or merely survive. You were fashioned for overflow, for the pressed down, shaken together, running over portion that refuses to be contained. You were created for more, significantly more. Your life's cup was not engineered to sit half-filled. It was crafted to brim and spill with glory pouring into others from a source that never runs dry. Yet at the first hint of increase, so many clench and constrict. The proclamation rises, I am wealthy. The stream of provision starts to move, and then intrusive thoughts begin to creep in. Will they judge me? Will I lose who I am? If I rise too high, will I still be loved? Thus the soul erects an artificial ceiling, a limit it was never meant to carry. Beloved, understand in God there is no ceiling. In the divine, there is no scarcity. We are the ones who mortar guilt into walls and rename them virtue. The dread of too much is an old world trick lack dressed up as holiness fear sporting a halo. We recognize the costume and see through it now. You were never intended to feel guilty for increase. You were intended to overflow as a way of being. Let me illustrate with a story. A man feared that wealth would warp his character. Raised in scarcity, he absorbed the creed that poverty equals purity and riches equal corruption. Yet his heart yearned to do more, to give more, to build more, to serve more expansively. Nevertheless, whenever abundance neared, he sabotaged himself. A client inquiry arrived, and he stalled. A job opened, and he disqualified himself. The loop persisted, desiring more while blocking more. Then in quiet, a whisper rose from his deepest self. You were made for more, and your overflow is their answer. He recognized it wasn't merely personal. Abundance was not self-indulgence, it was service. Each dollar bore purpose. Every opportunity functioned as a key that opened doors not only for him, but for many others. So he shifted his stance and began to declare, I welcome overflow. I am safe in surplus. My more is holy. My wealth is wonder. At first, it felt awkward. The old ceiling whispered its cautions. He refused to bow, he declared instead. And the flow answered abundantly and unmistakably. Within a year, he doubled his income, erased every debt, seeded a friend's startup, and financed his mother's surgery, not from frantic pursuit, but because he ceased obstructing flow and flung the gates open. Do you see the pattern now? Overflow is not selfishness. It is sacred, a purposeful form of supply. When your ceiling breaks, others pass through with you. Saying yes to more turns you into a conduit of heavenly abundance. You stop merely surviving and begin actively supplying. Therefore, today, we dismantle every inner cap and impose limit. Join me in declaring aloud, I was made for more. I welcome divine excess. I am not afraid of overflow. I am safe in surplus. I give from full cups, never empty ones. My increase blesses many. I am not the dam, I am the river. Once more, slower, deeper, with full conviction, my overflow is holy. I release the fear of too much. I dismantle every cap I was taught. I am not small. I am a vessel of vastness. I was made for more. Can you sense it, your inner space widening, the counterfeit ceilings fracturing and falling as your voice ascends? Desire for more is not selfishness. It is obedience to your design. More love, more time, more wealth, more joy, more impact and expansion across every dimension. The more you carry is not burden. It is lift wings that elevate you and others. Your calling is not to ration light, but to radiate it without apology. Therefore, today, we step decisively into overflow. Envision a golden chalice in your hands. It fills gradually, then steadily, then suddenly. The luminous liquid abundance made visible climbs to the brim, and then overflow it spills over. Not wasteful, but wondrous, precise, and purposeful. It pours into your home, your family, your clients, your community, touching every sphere you inhabit. The surplus you once feared turns out to be the exact provision the world required. Keep holding the image, let it deepen. Now, affirm aloud with me, I am the overflow. I was made for divine surplus. I do not cap the flow. I do not shrink from more. I am the blessing that spills. I expand, I pour, I multiply. Inhale this truth until it inhabits you. Allow this to define your new baseline. No more apologies for increase. No more dimming your light to soothe others. No more refusing the very gifts your prayers invited. You are safe, fully safe with more. You are grounded and stable in more. You are sanctified, set apart for good in more. This is your overflow mandate inscribed upon your soul from the beginning. Whenever guilt attempts to rise, answer it with word. Whenever fear whispers, drown it in truth-filled decree. You need not choose between wealth and worthiness. You were born worthy and designed to overflow. Therefore, step forward, ask for more, receive more, and give more. Let your life read like a testimony of holy surplus. Let the cup pour freely and continually. Can you welcome overflow without guilt? Declare it now, I was made for more. If this resonates, comment to seal it. Let the fear of too much crumble in the sound of your voice. Each morning, upon waking, a crossroads awaits you. A decisive choice must be made. Will you live by command or be ruled by condition? One path scans external circumstances and merely reacts. The other turns inward and issues declarations that shape reality. Most people function like thermometers, registering the heat and cold of life, their emotions swelling and sinking with every outer fluctuation. When bills rise, their mood plunges. When headlines darken, their faith fades. Anchored to conditions, they forever stall, waiting for evidence for approval, for some external signal to finally shift. Those who embody genuine wealth consciousness, however, operate like thermostats. They do not record the temperature. They determine it. They are not swayed by the world's currents. They become the current that moves the world. You were never designed to narrate scarcity like a reporter on the scene. You were fashioned to command abundance and establish it by decree. Florence Scovel Shinn stated it simply: the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Whatever you speak returns to you as lived reality. Whatever you declare becomes demonstrable. What you command in faith crystallizes into outward conditions. Why then delay? You do not require prior evidence to begin commanding. You need not wait for enough money to embody abundance, nor for a partner to feel loved, nor for worldly tides to turn before believing you are chosen and supported. You issue command first. The conditions follow. For faith is not validated by results. Faith generates the results. It is the causal force, not the postscript. Consider this illustration. A woman I mentored had an empty bank account and an eviction notice taped to her door. Rather than collapsing, she stood in her living room and declared with a shout, "I live in divine opulence. My supply is here and now. I do not wait, I command." Perhaps the neighbors assumed she'd snapped, but the unseen realm registered her decree. Within 48 hours, a long, silent client prepaid 4 months for a coaching offer she hadn't even crafted. The rent was covered. The eviction rescinded. Her spoken command translated directly into lived condition. That is how the law functions. You do not receive what you merely want. You receive what you inhabit, what you walk in as already true. You obtain what you command as reality prior to any visual confirmation. This is the domain of dominion, free from begging and mere hoping, defined by authoritative declaration. Speak the following now with certainty: I walk in wealth now. I command favor now. I live in answered prayer now. I move as though it is done because it is done. The instant you carry yourself as one who already has reality, organizes itself to match that identity. Outer conditions bow to the inner decree. Yet if you stall, hesitating, second-guessing, you postpone your own manifestation. Do not demand that life validate your power. Demonstrate your power to life by how you speak and move. You do not say, "I'll feel wealthy once I see the money." You say, "Because I am wealthy, I see money." The world echoes your tone and replicates your claim. This is no act of denial. It is divine defiance, a refusal to grant final authority to transient facts. You do not reject facts. You deny them the last word. Facts are fluid. Faith is steadfast. Command is not pretense. It is alignment with truth already established in spirit. The invisible realm is more fundamental than appearances. Your role is to summon that truth into form. Envision the following. You are positioned in a wide, empty field, no forms, only sky stillness and open space. You open your mouth and decree, Let there be abundance. Instantly trees sprout, fruit emerges, rivers begin to course, gold gleams within the soil, opportunities coalesce on the horizon. Form was absent until the word gave it shape. This is your endowment. Your command is creative power. Declare with consecrated authority, I no longer wait for proof. I am proof. I no longer react to the world. I realign it. I command before I see. And what I command comes. Let this saturate your bones. You are the thermostat of your reality. You choose the frequency, give voice to the form, and decree the divine pattern. What precisely will you command today? Do not merely wish or hope, command. Command wealth to saturate your business. Command love to inhabit and permeate your home. Command peace to stabilize and soothe your body. Command doors of opportunity to open across your week. Voice it now. I command divine connections. I command open doors. I command overflow in my finances, favor in my dealings, and clarity in my path. I do not wait. I walk. I do not beg. I build. I do not chase. I claim. This is the way new worlds are forged, not by spectators, but by stewards and owners. Not by those who measure conditions, but by those who move mountains with their word. If doubt begins to stir, raise your voice, answer it with a stronger decree. If delay attempts to rattle you, plant your stance deeper and hold. You are not brittle, not tentative, and not tethered to news cycles, markets, or human approval. You are the command center, the control room of your own life. Your voice is voltage power delivered on demand. Your word is a wand directive and creative. Your decree is the lawful demand upon divine supply. Therefore, state it once more with finality. I command before I see. I lead before I feel ready. I speak from victory, not toward it. My words build wealth. My tone creates time. My decree draws demonstration. Now proceed to live as though completion is present, because in spirit it is already accomplished. Declare aloud, now I command before I see. If this marks your new walk, comment to seal it, and let your word take the lead in your world. The potency of spoken wealth is not theoretical. It is borne out in testimony. It is more than a philosophy to contemplate. It is a lifestyle to embody. Each instance of speaking abundance against lack, each voice rising where fear once dwelt, births a fresh story. And stories, how powerfully they stir and move us. Stories construct bridges between hearts and horizons. Stories render faith graspable, touchable in lived experience. Stories seal the word into flesh, truth embodied and witnessed. Let us enter the garden of testimony and harvest the fruit born of effective decrees. In these voices, you will hear your own. In their boldness, you will recognize your own becoming. A young man formed in generational poverty encountered this teaching, Florence's wisdom on decree the truth that your word is your wand. He started to affirm softly, at first, money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. My work is valued. I am richly paid. Each day before heading to his fast food shift, he repeated it into his mirror, even with empty pockets, even when coworkers mocked, even when he felt ridiculous. Yet he did not stop or soften. One day, a frequent customer overheard him humming the affirmation while wiping tables. The customer owner of a graphic design firm asked, "Have you ever done art?" As it turned out, he had sketching privately for years, never believing it could sustain him financially. Within a month, the customer was mentoring him. Within 6 months, he was a full-time freelancer. Within a year, his income had tripled, and he began mentoring other young men to replicate the path. He journeyed from burger grease to brand strategist, not by luck, but by spoken command. Testimony. A single mother of 3, receiving no child support, declared each morning over the kitchen sink, "I am divinely provided for. My children are blessed. We live in comfort, ease, and joy. Our needs are met in full and on time." She admitted it felt absurd at first, overdue bills, scant assistance, but she persisted in speaking. One evening, scrolling her phone, she felt prompted to share a homemade recipe in a local mothers group. Within hours, dozens requested meal prep help. Within a week, 15 paying clients. 2 months later, a business spoke in nourishment with her children, helping deliver orders. As she put it, "I fed them with food, but the word fed us all." Testimony. Another account, a man in his 50s laid off and feeling unseen, repeatedly affirmed, "My wisdom is needed. My season is not over. I am called to new influence and fresh wealth." A podcast host contacted him after reading a comment he'd left on a motivational video. That single interview sparked speaking invites, which evolved into coaching engagements. Today, he runs leadership retreats and reflects, "I thought I was being retired, but I was being recommissioned." Testimony. These outcomes are not random happenings. They are lawful responses to decree. The word does not return empty or ineffective. It might require time or arrive through unforeseen channels, but it always finds an opening. Your voice is the key that turns the lock. Perhaps your own narrative is still mid-chapter. Perhaps you have whispered affirmations in the dark hours. Perhaps you have spoken while catching tears in your throat. Perhaps your storm has yet to yield to sunlight. Still, hear this clearly: your decree is already at work. Your story is moving, unfolding even now. And the instant you speak your testimony, even unfinished, it becomes seed that can germinate in another life. When you share your story, you multiply its reach and fruit. When you testify, you solidify your own becoming. When you speak, you sow seeds into both your life and others. Therefore, speak it even mid-process. Affirm the following: "Now I am a living testimony of spoken wealth. My words have power. My decree is building my reality, and my story is seed." Now take a breath, steady and full. Consider what has shifted since your language changed. What has appeared since you set doubt aside and began declaring. Even small signs, a refund check, a surprising kindness, a new calm in your body are evidence. That is your testimony sprouting roots. Do not wait for a cinematic finale. Celebrate the present proofs. Speak this aloud: "I do not wait to testify. I speak in the middle. I praise in the process. My voice is a magnet. My testimony is multiplying." You are more than a student of this practice. You are its vessel and carrier. You are living, walking proof that the word operates with power. Therefore, voice your story. Even if it feels raw, even if it is newly born, even if it is only beginning to rise. Someone needs precisely your voice, your courage, your decree to keep going. Your testimony may be the reason another person refuses to quit tonight. So share it now. Have you witnessed any shift, large or modest, from using your voice? Share it in a comment and let it ripple outward. We now step into the innermost sanctuary, the sacred vault of power and remembrance. Here the word converts into steady rhythm decree, merges with your very breathing, and spiritual power courses through you by devoted repetition. You are not present to rattle off lines. You are present to realign your inner system with divine design, to speak deliberately until sensation, certainty, and embodiment arrive, to declare faithfully until every inherited falsehood unravels and releases you, to attune your whole being to the frequency of divine wealth, humming with it like a tuning fork. Receive this space as your daily practice studio, your personal sanctuary, your chamber of transformation and calibration. Do not hurry. Do not skim across the surface. Go slow and deep. Articulate slowly. Feel each syllable anchor into body breath and bone. Invite your body to consent and your heart to believe, so mind, mouth, and spirit act as one. We now commence the ritual. I am wealth in form. I am supply made visible. I am divine abundance walking the earth. Every word I speak sends rivers of provision. Every breath I take draws riches to me. I am chosen to carry overflow. I do not lack. I do not chase. I am not forgotten. I am the decree. I am the vault. I am the voice of wealth. Money responds to me. Opportunities are magnetized to me. Clients seek me out. Favor falls upon me like rain. The divine does not delay. I do not block. I do not shrink. I expand. I expand with joy. I expand with ease. I expand with excellence. My words are clean. My mind is clear. My field is open. I release guilt. I release shame. I release fear of success. I welcome more. I welcome now. I welcome divine surprise. Increase is natural. Overflow is holy. Abundance is my origin. I do not beg, I belong. I do not earn, I align. I do not strive, I speak. I speak from command. I speak from completion. I speak as one already answered. My wealth is not in the future. My wealth is not a wish. My wealth is now. I live in the now. I lead in the now. I lavish in the now. Everything I touch multiplies. Everything I create flourishes. Everything I say carries gold. My voice is currency. My tone is transaction. My word is wealth. I am a portal of provision. I am the frequency of fulfillment. I am the reality of riches. Money is not my master, it is my mirror. It reflects my decree, and I speak only abundance. I do not wait, I receive. I do not fear, I flow. I do not limit, I launch. I launch daily. I launch with the word. I launch from the invisible into the inevitable. Every cell in my body believes. Every breath is agreement. Every day I demonstrate. I demonstrate wealth. I demonstrate grace. I demonstrate power. Power does not visit, it dwells. Supply does not trickle, it pours. Abundance does not whisper, it roars. I am the roar. I am the rise. I am the reality. Reality bends to my belief. Form follows my faith. Circumstance obeys my command. I do not measure, I make. I do not repeat the world, I rewrite it. I write wealth with my words. I build empires with my speech. I walk through gates opened by my decree. Every door hears me. Every system honors me. Every limit dissolves before me. I am not here to fit in. I am here to overflow. I am here to circulate heaven on earth. Heaven is not far. Heaven is not later. Heaven is here and now, and I walk in it. I walk in divine economy. I walk in eternal surplus. I walk in the fulfilled promise. My life is evidence. My voice is voltage. My being is breakthrough. Breakthrough is not a moment, it is my motion. I move in the miraculous. I breathe in the blessing. I am the blessing. I am the answer. I am the wealth. No more delay. No more doubt. No more diminishment. I rise. I receive. I reign. I reign with love. I reign with clarity. I reign with courage. My reign blesses many. My overflow heals homes. My abundance lifts generations. I no longer apologize. I no longer justify. I no longer explain my rise. My rise is righteous. My rise is required. My rise is written. I rise, I rise, I rise. With the word, by the word, through the word, spoken, sealed, supplied. Allow your breathing to normalize. Notice the living current pulsing through your chest and ribs. You have successfully opened the inner vault, its doors now unlatched within you. You have aligned yourself with the divine wealth pattern blueprint and breath interlocked. You have freshly remembered your true identity, speaker, sovereign, and supply. This vault is permanently available, ever present within your inner temple. Return here daily as a discipline, a devotion, and a delight. Allow this practice to recondition your nervous system towards safety, sufficiency, and overflow. Let it remold your inner landscape beliefs, images, and expectations. Let it rewire you for enduring divine abundance, neurology, and spirit in agreement. When weakness visits, come back to the vault. When strength overflows, also return, reinforce the pattern. When forgetfulness creeps in, return, again reset the tone. Because the vault is not elsewhere, it lives within you. You are the very sound that sets things in motion. You are the conduit source through which supply arrives. You are spoken wealth in voice and in embodiment. Revisit this daily and share this vault practice with someone you love so their tone may rise too. Type spoken, sealed, supplied. If this reality now resides in you, sealed and supplied,